All right, so if this were a Hollywood production, I would use one of those boards, and I'd say take five, because this is my fifth attempt at this recording this reading. You would think I could just wing it. Anyway, it's good to be here at the Noir at the Bar for the COVID-19 anthology. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Larry, for inviting me. Thank you for having me in the. Oh my God. Thank you for having me in the anthology, and I'm proud to be in it. And I hope it raises some awareness for the COVID-19 cause. I think we're going to have more than one pandemic this century. A lot of people on the earth right now, and we need to be aware of it. So anyway, and we need to know how to deal with it, which I think we're learning, sadly. All right, I'm going to start this reading. It's not going to be as long as the normal one. I'm going to be reading from my brand new book, The Girl Who Wasn't There, from Ocean View Publishing. They brought the ebook out first, months ahead of schedule because of the COVID thing, and the hardcover will come out in October. So right now the ebook and the audio is out. So I'm going to be reading it off my paperweight, which I've never really done before, but I'm going to, hopefully it'll go seamlessly. And so here we go. I'm going to begin with the beginning quote. Dreams are true while they last, and do we not live in dreams? Chapter 1, Lake Placid, New York. It's good to be home again, and I'm lucky to be alive, having survived a 10-year stint in an upstate New York maximum security prison, bookended by the Hudson River on one side and a magnificent forest on the other. You know the kind, with the tall concrete walls, the razor wire barriers, the guardhouses manned by corrections officers armed with M16s, and a curious metal banner mounted above the main entrance that reads, "There but for the grace of God go I." As though God had anything to do with my being incarcerated for a quadruple homicide I did not commit. But being home again is like a dream come true. Truth be told, however, I'm not really sure I know what my home is anymore. The house my wife Penny and I bought together in North Albany was sold off to pay for my legal expenses. My belongings, what was left of them, were stuffed into boxes when she had no choice but to move into a one-bedroom apartment, which she shared with our daughter. Then when she was forced to move into a studio apartment, my boxed belongings were transferred to a mobile storage unit on the south side of the city. From what Penny tells me, she hasn't visited the storage unit in some time, but that we can go there as soon as we get back from our first weekend together as a family in more than a decade. Right now, right this very second, I have Penny and I have Chloe, and they are my home sweet home. For the first time in 10 years, I'm free, paroled for good if I keep my nose clean, as the rednecks like to say. I've got my girls back, and it's a beautiful day up in the Adirondacks. The lake is clean and cold, the sand white and soft underfoot, the air warm and the sky bright. A beautiful summer day. Like I said, my new lease on life. It's a sweet dream come true. I mean, what more could a wrongly imprisoned ex-con want? The little beach that overlooks Mirror Lake, the smaller lake that adjoins the much larger Lake Placid to the north, is owned by a hotel we're staying at for a few days. We had to break the bank to afford it, but when you've been away from your family for 10 years, you'll do anything for a little time away from it all. Anything short of breaking the law, that is. Like the name suggests, the very still, very clear, glass-like lake truly mimics a mirror. I stand in the cool, shallow waters, only my feet submerged. I stare at the reflection of my face, a somewhat distorted reflection, but I can still make out the scruffy face, the short hair, the dark brown eyes masked by sunglasses. I see me or someone who looks like me. But the mirror reflects more than just my face. It reflects the memories, the bad ones. You know, the big black Suburban I drove to the house, lived in by a Chinese family who owed my boss, Mickey Rebuffo, too much money. Money they could never hope to pay back in this lifetime or the next. I look into the water and see me, the driver. I see myself sitting behind the wheel of the SUV while the two men the boss entrusted to collect the money head into the house in the middle of the night. What could be more frightening than a home invasion in the middle of the night? I see myself waiting behind the wheel, the 5.7-liter V8 engine idling, heart pounding in my chest, knowing that at any moment a police cruiser could come around the corner. Then came disaster, like my gut told me it would. Muzzle flashes that lit up the windows like bolts of lightning, and I knew in my sinking heart that the Chinese family did not have the money. That they never had the damn money. That they never had a chance. I was just the driver, but when that family died that night, my soul died. So we've come to Lake Placid, the lake of calm, the lake of peace and tranquility. It's our escape from Albany, escape from our past. Or perhaps I should put it another way, because maybe Penny wants to escape 10 years of loneliness, of nights all alone.